Peter, you are our new seer and the beginning of a new era, but it is not going to last long because the clan of witches are waging war against you. They are waging war against anything that threatens their agenda of talking over human realm. This is not about Peter. It's not about anybody. It's about everybody. The witches are planning to wage a war to wipe away your future. And so, it is your responsibility to work together to support Peter, support yourself, and fight the witches so that you will still have your future. Your future is in your hands, and it depends on how you can fight for it.
But sir, we still do not understand. Who are you?
I am Shogunle. I am a time traveler.
Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, let's review our best movie. Listen guys,
I know they don't like me.
I know you don't care.
I know they don't want me.
And we don't care.
guys, this is exactly what is going on in my country, Nigeria. I don't even want to talk too much, but if you know that people do not actually want you to rule them, it's better you back off. Now moving on guys, in this particular scenario where Shogunle actually visited Peter's school, and is trying to tell them to work together, something like that. Guys, I actually love the settings here. First of all, let's talk about the settings, how everybody got shocked and the rest of them. But guys, do you actually think that Annie would succumb to whatever his father is saying? We all know that it was even in this episode, honestly, that I realized that Annie is the traveler's daughter. I didn't actually know before, but guys, it is so unbelievable that Annie coined from the loins of this man, because this man is actually a very nice person, judging from what he is telling the elders. He's a very nice person per se. I'm also very sure that when the elders sees that he has gone before each and every one of them to actually visit Peter, they would be so mad at him and they would want to as well plan for him. Do you guys really think that Peter can actually handle all of this that is coming to him? Because Peter is going to sit on that throne, guys, and I am very sure that Annie might be jealous about it. Trust me, because Annie is a girl of power. She loves power so much, and realizing that Peter is actually going to sit on that throne as a seer, I don't think she'll be so happy about it. But is she going to go against her own father? Guys, this is something we are all looking forward to see Annie's reaction on all of this, to know what she is going to do about it, if she's actually going to listen to her father or not. And the fact that like all witches assembled together. And guys, did you actually notice something in this particular scenario when Ella actually joined them? I didn't actually know that Ella had that kind of power. The only thing I know about Ella is that she can see the dead, which is Nonso. She was actually seeing Nonso, but the fact that she actually came to join them at the end, I think that should say something. It's either she has gotten a power, or maybe her power is just to see the dead. I don't understand, because every other witches, they are also seeing the dead. So I don't think her power is that strong for her to join their cartel. But anyways, let's just hope to see what's going to happen next. And I commend the woman that told the time traveler that there is a seer. You understand? And Agnes is so in fact, Agnes has big eyes. In Nigerian English, Agnes has big eyes. That means Agnes is super greedy. Like, why would she want to sit on the throne when she's not the seer? And guys, look at this man's face. This man's face was actually very funny, guys. Even when he's serious, if you know the history of that man, you would know that this man is actually a very funny man. And the way he was just talking, I felt like just laughing, because the way he was talking was just very funny. But anyways, back to the movie scene. The way he just hushed everybody and everyone assembled. They are about to commence a greater mission. I don't know if Annie would actually want to work with every other person. That is just the question, because we all know that Agnes is fighting Peter and Peter's friend and everybody who is not actually who is not bowing down to her and her powers and all those things. So we cannot just wait to see what is going to happen in this scene. So I definitely want to find out if Annie would want to work with Joanne, because we know that Joanne is kind of the greatest enemy Annie has in the school. So I don't know if she's going to work with her or not. And you will see that Annie would now like kind of have the opportunity to talk to Peter. She would want to now exercise that her inner love she has for Peter. And obviously Peter is going to resist, and Peter would want to work with Joanne. So you understand the thing there. So I don't know if they are going to actually work as a team, because of the kind of enmity between them. They are not even in good terms. And anyone, if you're not in good terms, like, you cannot actually move mountains, or would I say you will not really achieve a particular aim. So we really hope that they do this teamwork well, because this is now them versus the council of elders, those witches over there. That is what it is. Annie should not just bring that her I want to rule kind of mindset to this particular team that they are trying to gather, because it's definitely not going to work for them, and it's going to cause a lot of havoc. Now that Ella has joined, I believe that if Annie wants to do anything, it will now be like Joanne, Peter, Ella together, and I feel like Chloe might want to join them as well. So we all know that Chloe is a kind of person that, yes, she is she's humble to her leader, which is Annie, but I don't think she actually likes everything Annie does, you understand? So if Annie wants to bring up any kind of I want to rule kind of attitude, I feel like Chloe might separate from Annie and join Peter, Joanne, and Ella per se. So let's keep our fingers crossed to see what is going to happen in this particular episode, because I saw Annie's reaction. Annie's reaction is, I don't know what to say about that, her reaction. I'm not sure that she's very comfortable with what's going on with Peter being the seer. And I know very well that
the first day I came into the school, right from the gate, the entrance, that was where I met Ella. And the synergy was just so cool. Her love was just so strong. If anyone will tell me that one day will come and I'll leave the surface of this earth without Ella, I would say it's a lie.
Guys, I so feel like Nonso should be given an award of best crybaby or best, in fact I don't even know what to say. Guys, I feel like Nonso is just crying in every episode. Like, this love is really hurting him, but it's not actually Ella's fault, you know, because Nonso is nowhere to be found as it is now. Like, Nonso is dead, you get? And I love the fact that Peter actually spoke some sense into him, you understand, because it's somehow disturbing someone who is alive, who still has feelings and her hormones, has ranging hormones. Now I'm referring to Ella. Like, for crying out loud, Ella shouldn't, like, and also it's kind of Nonso is blocking a lot of things for Ella. I'll not lie to you. As Peter said, Ella used to be this bright girl, very intelligent, until Nonso, she started dating Nonso. In fact, until Nonso died, per se. Then everybody stayed away from Ella. Everyone thinks she's a psycho and all that. So I feel like their love is really, really hurting the two of them, in fact. So they should just go separate ways. And Nonso is not happy about this whole thing. Guys, drop a comment on the section below. If you were in Ella's shoes, what would you do? Would you still hold on to the love you had for your boyfriend? Let's say your ex-boyfriend, because he's dead. Or what? I don't get it. But anyways, thank God for Peter being the mediator. But guys, it was so funny that Peter was the mediator. You saw what happened, what went down between Peter, Nonso, and Ella. Guy, that scenario was mad. He was very, very mad. And I feel like Nonso should just take heart. Nonso should take heart and leave everything and just go away. In fact, I'm just telling him to go away, because he's causing more harm than good. Honestly, he's really, really causing more harm than good. Ella was so excited when she learned that she was going to talk to Nonso again. Look at the smile on her face was in fact, it was something else. This reconciliation was mad though. Like it was actually funny. At the same time, it was very emotional. The excitement on Ella's face. Ella actually loves this guy so much. But on the other hand, I'm kind of asking, did Ella actually want, okay, let me put it this way, did Ella go back to Nonso because Mickey rejected her? Guys, remember in the previous episode when Ella was actually all in her feelings for Mickey, though they didn't show where Mickey came to her and was like, I don't have feelings for you or something like that. Does it mean that the feelings Ella had for Mickey actually disappeared from nowhere? Or did Ella actually regret the fact that she was no longer seeing Nonso again? That was why she came back to apologize to Nonso. So guys, this is I don't know, I don't even know what to say about it, but this is something we should ponder over, and they should give us an explanation on that as well.
A human, that you don't have control over your feelings, that's why.
I get all that. I understand, but I shouldn't have still given in. I mean, but you haven't told him what I said. Say something.
Hear you, Ella. Just
tell him. Sorry. Just help me say it. I haven't said anything.
Sincerely sorry.
Please.
Just help me tell.
Say something.
I promise it won't repeat itself. Just help me tell him.
You guys are saying the same thing. You haven't told him anything. Please just talk to him. Please just tell him.
You guys, just stop it.
Hey, Omo, in this particular scene, Ella be one run mad. Like Ella was going crazy. Guys, Ella is madly in love with this guy now. So in fact, the two of them, they're just madly in love with each other. That's my explanation for this, because Ella was going gagas, and I'm very sure that at that point Peter was so tired. Peter, Omo, if to say I did Peter's shoe, if I was in Peter's shoe, I'll just leave them and jack back, because what's this one now? This person will be talking, the other person will be talking. Like, who do you want to convey his or her message to? And you know, when Peter would keep quiet and listen to Nonso speak, it will now look like he's just keeping quiet. Why? Because Ella can't hear Nonso. So when Peter is not keeping quiet, it now looks like Peter doesn't want to listen to Ella. Please, guys, drop a comment on the section below. Like, I don't understand the explanation for Nonso appearing. Why was Ella able to see Nonso at that point in time? Was it because Peter actually got tired of the whole thing and then Nonso decided to appear, something like that? But though, in my own understanding, I feel like Nonso was actually saying his last goodbye, something like that. So they now wanted to do a flash. Let them just flash Nonso to Ella, you understand? Like, this is a goodbye, and this is actually a proof that Nonso was actually there, you understand? Anyways, I feel so much for Ella, because she was so hurt, she was so disappointed. In fact, Nonso, Ella almost gave up, because this was so heartbreaking for her. And for Peter to just Peter should just explain to Ella that this is just the final goodbye, that they bidded themselves farewell. Ella was so heartbroken. And this my guy, they try you. Like Peter is really trying. Peter not having any love of his life per se, because the twin that he wanted to love, the kind thing did not work again now. So the person that Peter wanted to love, it didn't actually work out for them again. And Peter now witnessing this type of mad ass love, one more, I don't know how he's going to feel about the whole thing. He'll just be like, oh, these people are just using me as a mediator or something. But I feel like he does not really care anyways. He'll be like, okay, this is what I came to do, this is my work. And at this point, because we all know that the time traveler actually visited him before this particular scene, so I feel like by now he didn't actually know what he is made of. I wonder how he's going to come up with the whole thing and actually take responsibility for being a seer, because his powers comprises of a whole lot of things, guys. In this particular scene where Joanne was almost raped, guys, my heart was just pounding. And I feel like Joanne owes Peter a whole lot. She owes Peter a whole lot, because Peter has just been saving her. And I feel like their friendship is top notch. And that girl is actually very evil. I mean, the girl that possessed Sam, she's so evil. Like, why would you ever think of possessing someone to rape another person? And to think of it, I feel like the guy this girl is actually dying for is the cause of all these problems. Because if you can remember the previous episode, when he came to her to adjust his tie or something like that, he told her that he wants to go after Joanne, if you understand what I mean. So I feel like he's the cause of all these problems, because he would have just told this girl now that is misbehaving that I don't love Joanne, or Joanne is just my friend. And the kind boy Ahmed just messed up the whole thing by telling this girl that he's going after Joanne. Meanwhile, there's nothing going on between them. And I feel like this girl is just, in fact, this girl is just misbehaving. She needs to be dealt with, honestly. She really needs to be dealt with. Peter is such a kind-hearted person, because I don't know how he just forgives people even after seeing all the things they have done. Especially this girl needs to be reported to whomever it is. In fact, and I feel like now that they have someone that they'll be reporting to, that is Annie's father. At least if the seer, which is Peter, cannot really handle any other thing, or cannot really handle things, he can just report whomever it is to the time traveler. And this woman Agnes, is very evil. She's hungry for powers, and I feel like she should be dealt with. And if only the witches in the school plus Peter and Ella and everybody would work together to work against them, I feel like the whole thing would just be perfect, because this Agnes is so hungry for power. And Annie's father is such a nice person. He is really a nice person, because the way he's just standing up to this Agnes, and I hope Agnes does not do something bad to him, honestly, because you know Agnes is a witch. Agnes has powers, and the only power this Shogunle has is just to travel and see and come back like a time traveler, you understand? So I cannot wait for this fight to begin. I just cannot wait for the fight to begin. Agnes and the elders and the council of elders versus the time traveler and the witches in the school. So it's going to be a mad ass fight, because every one of them have powers. It's going to be like, the editor of this movie, try you. I will not lie to you, because how can you be editing this kind of magic, these magics them and everything? Like, it's super cool. It's very cool. Agnes should just go and rest, I beg. I don't know why she's hungry for power. And when they were even showing the scene where she stood to go and stay beside the throne or be something like that, I was even thinking that would just strike her or something like that, but it didn't actually work like that. You know, Nigerian movies now, the way they turned out, would just strike her for actually challenging what the time traveler is saying. But to my greatest surprise, nothing like that happened. Agnes, your days are very much numbered. Both her and her cartel, their days are numbered. So guys, drop your comment on the section below what you think about this particular episode, how this episode made you feel. Do you actually think that Agnes is going to win this fight? Do you actually also think that Annie would want to work with Joanne in particular? Because the way Joanne and Peter will be interacting with each other, I feel like Annie might be jealous and now feel like, okay, Peter has something to do with Joanne, something like that. So this is like the end of our review. Drop your comments on the section below what you think would happen in the next episode, especially with Annie and especially with Agnes. In fact, it should have been Annie should have been Agnes's daughter, because the two of them, they act alike. They are hungry for powers, you get that kind of thing. So thank you guys for watching this particular review, and please do all to like, comment, subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up. So the fight has actually begun. I cannot wait for Sabalo to drop another great episode. Bye guys, and see you all in the next review.